Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It's your boy Lee. I am Lee. I just got a little inspiration to make this video because same story, different day. We really do need to get 10K working for us ASAP. We need 10K in any kind of investing structure that we choose right now, because if you haven't looked around, if you haven't heard, all the prices are low because of the threat of war, these little wars popping up everywhere, crashing the market. The market isn't done going down. We need to get 10K in an investing vehicle, building up from this point. Now, if you're like me, it's gonna take you a minute to get that 10K. So I even have videos where I broke it down. 10K is $27 a day. And if you're not able to just do that from your regular check, you got to get in your vehicle if you have one and make that $27 doing, side gig hustle. And then by the end of the year, you will have 10K that you sent to Fidelity or Robinhood or your bank if you want to use your bank. But long story short, don't use your bank because that's not an investing vehicle, unless you got a money market account. But long story short, we need 10K building up from this point so that 10 years from now, that 10K would have been working for you when the prices were at the lowest. Because here's the reasoning, and I'm gonna have to pause this and pick it up later because I'm at my place where I'm about to do my gig work. Here's the reason. When you retire, so the markets fluctuate. They go up and down, up and down. Everybody understand that. But when you retire, you can't control when you can. If you know about the market, you know that you don't want to retire when the market is the highest, because when it goes down, the money that you are spending to live off of goes down, right? So if you could plan your retirement when the market goes down, then when it goes up, you only get more, right? Because when your retirement fund, you really only gonna take 4% out of that fund to live off of. So hopefully you got that size of a fund where you can live off of 4%. Because if you live off more, then you eating into the fund. And the 4% is because most markets like the S&P 500 make more than 4% a year. So it's really going to replenish that money you have used back based on the interest rate you are earning. So that's the reason. So yeah, you really do got to read a couple of books and learn about this. It just don't just magically work out. Like, hey, I think I'm going to retire next year, and you never did any kind of planning. You just thought your 401k was going to be there. But in other videos, I mentioned this. I know too many people that thought that, like, hey, I'm gonna just retire when I retire. My 401k was there. I had somebody working on that. The job set me up with that. So I don't know nothing about that. I let them handle that. When you retired and then the market crashed and your 401k dropped 50%, you probably couldn't retire anymore. You probably had to go get a job at Walmart greeting customers, and that's not a bad job. You could do that in retirement if that's a part of your plan. The problem is when it's not a part of your plan and you're being forced to do something that you wasn't trying to do because you've already worked over 40 years and now you want to do whatever you want to do. You want to travel, you want to go hang out with your family that you haven't seen because you've been working too much. But you can't do that now because you got to get a second job or a new job because your retirement wasn't there for you. Plan ahead. Start now. Start wherever you are and start working on that so that you can make sure if the 401k isn't helping you out, you done did something else on the side that's helping you carry that weight, okay? It's very important. That's why I made this whole channel. It's for that reason. It's the only reason why I made this channel. It's not to show you some shopping in stores. It's to talk about being ready for retirement in a fun way, in a more fun way. Because who's going to come to a channel where it's like the retirement channel? Nobody's doing that. But I'm not going to say a whole lot. I just really want to hit that home today that get 10K ASAP working for you. When the times are rough right now, the prices are still going to go down. All prices are going down. You just look that up. All prices are going down because you got our president tweeting and yelling at other countries that are in war, and he's choosing sides, and it sounds like, the third WW. I don't want to say anything that I don't know what YouTube may like or don't like, but it's not good. So start to store up. When things get a little rough, when you see the storm clouds coming in, you start going to gather up what you need, your resources. Get your resources in order. So that's it. I'm going to keep this nice and short, and I'm going to get in here and get this hustle going. And y'all have a good day. Please take heed on what I'm saying. I'm not saying this for nothing. I'm not just talking to myself. You can watch this and just not do nothing. And that's a great choice. At least you've had the option to make your choice. But it's those that just don't even know or don't even think about it and haven't even been able to make that choice is who I'm worried about. So share this to somebody. Thank you very much.